everyone, welcome to Home with Kelly P. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 more Christmas DIY projects. And one of these has a little bit of a twist to it, so be sure to stay tuned for later in the video when I describe that little twist. But if you are new here, welcome. I am so excited to have you here. My name is Kelly. I hope that you enjoy this video, and be sure to check out the rest of my channel. Take a look at some of my other videos, and I hope that if you like what you see, that you will think about subscribing and joining my little growing YouTube family here. I would love to have you join me each week as I share more things home related, whether it's decor, DIYs, organization. I just love to share my passion for all things home related with all of you. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I don't say it enough. I so appreciate you and you spending your time here, taking time to comment. I just love interacting with you, so thank you so much for returning, and I hope that you enjoy this video. So for now, let's get into our first DIY. So here are the items that you're going to use for this first DIY project. So I went to Michael's and I picked up 8 of these little wooden houses. I've always loved these and I can never find them here, so I thought I'd try and make some. Then there's this white fake snow, some hot glue, wood glue, or my clamps, and some paint or stain. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to use yet. If I bought this Martha Stewart green spray paint I might use, or I have some of this white acrylic paint, or my favorite stain, the special walnut from Minwax. Now, to get started on this project, what I decided to do, because these wood houses are fairly thin, why I bought 8 of them is I thought I would double them up. So I would glue 2 together, which would give them more substance instead of just being so thin. So that's all I'm going to do here is I'm going to wood glue or hot glue. I end up using my wood glue to glue them together. Whoa, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much late. Now with 2 of the houses, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually measure them off and chop them up, because what I want to do is add to the bottom of 2 of my other houses so that all 3 houses have varying heights. So that's all I'm doing here is I took it to my wood saw, chopped it up, and now I'm going to apply the wood to the bottom of a couple of the houses and clamp it to hold it in place. And this will just give each house a different height. Now that the wood is dried, I am going to start painting and staining. I decided to use my chalk paint in white for 2 of the houses, so that's all I'm going to do here. That line that you see is just where the wood was placed together, and I used some wood filler to fill in the crack. So now all I'm going to do is just give it a quick coat of my chalk paint, and the other house was stained. I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people. Once the houses were stained and painted, this is where the fake snow came in, and I decided to give the top of the houses a little bit of snow. I originally was going to hot glue them on, but I decided not to because this stuff acts almost like the spider web that you get at Halloween. So I just placed it on each of the house because then I can use them afterwards. I can just take the snow off and use them after Christmas. And I think they turned out so cute. I am so glad that I did a little bit of a varying height on each of them, and I am pretty happy with the way they turned out. Now you can embellish them any way you want. You could add windows and doors and paint those on, but I liked them just plain the way they are. So here's a little twist to this DIY project. Kay and Trish from the Crafting Cousins got about 5 of us together, and we came up with a little challenge where one of us would challenge another to do a DIY with using a specific item. I was challenged by Corie from Crafts with Corie to use a piece of flat glass in my DIY. I had never really worked with glass, like a flat piece of glass, so this was a challenge. So thanks a lot, Corie, but I had a lot of fun. It took a little bit to come up with something, but I hope that you enjoy this and you like this little DIY project. Now, be sure to stay tuned till the end when I will tell you who to go to next to see what she is going to make, and she will tell you what I challenged her to use. So the second part of this challenge is for you guys. And what we want you to do is watch all 5 videos, make a comment on all 5 videos, and you will be entered in for a chance to win a $50 gift card from Amazon. So that's our way of saying thank you to you for watching our videos, and we hope that you have fun. So don't forget to watch all 5 ladies' videos and just leave a little comment on each video, and you will be entered into the contest to win $50 from Amazon. And now, let me show you what I did using a flat piece of glass. So here are the items I am going to be using for my challenge DIY project. So what I did was I went to my computer and I just printed off this Be Merry from my computer, and I'm going to use some, it's called glitter glue, some glitter, and I might use some of these snowflakes. And of course, my challenge piece was this flat glass, which I just used off an old frame. So first thing I did was I placed my Be Merry picture down, and I put my glass over top, and then I just taped it just to keep it in place, just for safekeeping. It really didn't move very much. And then what I decided to do was I traced the words on with the glitter glue right onto the glass. And I just kept following, and this wasn't that difficult, but it did get a little tricky at spots. I was pressing too hard on the glass for the glue to come out perfectly. But I started with the first word, B, because I didn't know how fast this glue would dry. So I started with B, and I just sprinkled on my pink glitter. Part of our other idea was to just do a DIY project with pink for Christmas as another part of the challenge, and I stayed with that theme because I want to use this in my home office. I have a black, gold, and white office with touches of pink, so I thought this would be a perfect place to put this item, this little DIY project. So I kept with the pink theme. Now, once I had all the glitter applied, you can see here, it looks pretty cute. All I did was just, dump off all the glitter into a cup, and there's still quite a bit on the glass. I just took a soft paintbrush and tried my best to brush it off. I had to be careful because some of the glue was still really wet. But because this is just a cheap frame from the dollar store, the edges are quite sharp. So I just added some washi tape to the sides of it in gold, and I think that'll be the perfect addition for my office. And now I'm just going to hot glue some of these little snowflakes, these little white snowflakes. I'm really getting my money's worth out of this bag of snowflakes. And here it is. I think it turned out really cute. I love the gold washi tape around the edges, and I love the white snowflakes on it. But when you see it in my office here, what I decided was that pink glitter I first used was just too light. So I did have a deeper pink in my stash. I didn't even realize it. So I went over it again and used the deeper pink. But let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Did you like it before, or do you like the deeper pink? It stands out more, and I love it in my office. I love the little snowflakes and the gold tape. They were the exact finishing touch this project needed. And now for my final third DIY project, here are the materials that I used to make this one. So what I did was I picked up just a car chamois from the Dollar Tree and some white felt from the Dollar Tree. I already had these little pom-poms. Then ribbon, any ribbon of your choice. And if you want some greenery, I'm going to add some greenery into this as well. And my hot glue gun, of course. So the first thing I did was I took the felt and I just traced around my hand to make a mitten shape. My hand is a little bit smaller than the average, so what I did was I went a little bit wider than my hand, and that made for a larger mitten. Then I just went around and cut out this shape and applied this shape to the rest of the felt and to this car chamois. So this is what I used, a white microfiber car chamois. It's in the car section at the Dollar Tree. And I just took that felt mitten shape and I traced onto the white chamois as well and just cut it out. Now I decided that the mittens need a little bit of embellishment, so I'm going to use this white grosgrain ribbon that I had on hand and just give it a little bit of a collar. Plus, I'm going to use some of the same ribbon to make a little loop on them as well. So then what I did was I just took my hot glue and I started attaching the ribbon to the microfiber mitten part, and with the felt part, that's where I applied the ribbon to make the hanger. I used some of this twine so that I could attach the little pom-poms onto the mittens. So I just cut a bunch of string and just hot glued that underneath the top of the grosgrain ribbon.
But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you.
So once all the grosgrain ribbon was attached to the mittens, it was time to assemble them. So all I did was put some hot glue on the felt part and attached my microfiber mitten to the top. And you're probably wondering why I just didn't use all microfiber to this. Because I want to use them to hang them on from a wreath hanger. I thought the felt would just give them a little bit more sturdiness, and it actually did work out well. I was happy that I did end up doing that. So I took them into my master bedroom. Here I'm just going to measure how much ribbon, how far down I want them to hang from our wreath hangers, and then I just threaded the ribbon through the little mittens and made a bow and attached some greenery into one of the little mittens and at the top in the bow. And here they are. I think they're adorable, hanging from our closet doors in our bedroom. I'm doing more red and white in there, so these fit in perfectly. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope that you enjoyed these 3 DIY Christmas crafts and you got a little bit of inspiration from them. Be sure to check out Kay and Trisha's channel, Corie's channel, and now you can hop on over to Barbara from Country Lily Decor and go see what she made for her challenge project and to see what I challenged her to use in her DIY project. And I hope that you had a good time, guys, and got some inspiration. Don't forget to check out everybody's channel. Leave a comment for that chance to win that gift card. And until I talk to you in my next video, I hope you have a great week. Bye.
Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, 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 oh, oh. La, 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 la. Making our Christmas memories.